Whoop, whoop, what's up, Bearcats? We're here, we're hanging, we're chilling. It's hump day. You know what that means. It's the HMG AEW Dynamite watch long and belt count. Yeah, pal. Hope you're having a great week. Hope life's treating you well. Whoop, whoop. See if you got Lab Rat in the house. What's up, pal? Hope, what are they treating on or testing on you tonight? Yeet, yeet. So you guys waiting for this feed to kick on? Oh, and there we go. Get me some 41, pal. And apparently give me Bruce and Mike too. I'm going to go 12 tonight. And it's also the go home for All In, pal. Whoop, whoop. Oh, nice, Lab Rat. Whoop, whoop. Going 11? Cool. Well, here's the. All right, we're opening up with, okay, I think at least 6. Oh, wait, no. Mercedes only has 1. She's only got 1, pal. Yeah, what's up, Brady McGrady Face? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop. Hope all's well with you, man. Yeah, for real, dude. Yeah, what's up, Grass? What it do? Whoop, whoop. Yeah, for real, she's only got 1 belt. Yeah, that kind of that threw things way off. All right, we're getting buffered pretty hard, so we're gonna get a new stream or new feed going here.
Off on the wrong foot, but I just
all right, there we go. Whoop, whoop.
Let's get to it. Come on.
Oh shit! Okay, now I noticed that.
So we meet again here in Texas.
All right, so you're actually at 3 belts now.
Only 2 things come from Texas.
And there's Mercedes because there's Tony and hers. So yeah, we were at 3. Yo, what's up, Jay Hall? Good to see you. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, pal. Hump night. Yeet, yeet.
Tony, I am so sick of these silly little games, but I am the master of any game.
Yep, this is the go home for All In, pal.
Screen, but this Saturday there's going to be nowhere to hide. So how about you come out here and face me face to face, you Mark? Miss, I won't hurt you too badly, darling. Who said I was hiding? Hit my music!
Ooh. Tough call, Gruss. Both sound delicious. Yeah, she needs to stop, pal.
talking about the three beefs.
Tony, I see that you brought a bottle of champagne. How nice of you. So I say, how about we make...
Well, I think we are going to see the trios belts tonight. So I'm going to keep my original count of 12.
Solo toast. Yes, a toast. A toast to me. Women's world.
Wait, no, we're at 5. 5 belts. My apologies. I see 5 hanging. No, we're at 6. No, wait, we're at wait, damn, okay, 7. We are at 7 now. Holy shit. Yeah, we are at 7 belts right now, pal, already. Shit,
I knew who you were, but clearly I was wrong. I warned you.
Hey, yo, what's up, Todd?
Like the others.
Mr. No Monikers needed in the house. The two-time, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. Two-time Pick'em Challenge World Champion. Whoop, whoop. Good to see you, pal. Let's talk about it. Yeet. Yeah, 6 belts hanging up on the ropes, and then Tony's.
You are also a pussy-faced fraud.
Good call. We're currently at 7 right now. And there's a 8-man with we're coming up where who is it? Hangman teams with the Ops to go against the Death Riders. So I am guessing that we're probably gonna see the trios belts.
So tell me, what the hell are you so afraid of, Mercedes?
It's all good. I mean, pretty much, just dude, these days, just disagreeing with somebody makes you controversial.
But truth be told, you and I are nothing alike.
Yes, world title still in the briefcase.
I will always be better than you. I will always outshine you in success in class. And I am not afraid of anyone.
Yeah,
or
actually,
anything.
yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Wingstop too.
I'm not afraid to leave it all on the table. Tony, I've been through hell and back, and I made the devil my bitch. The more that these people hate me,
Like Brian Christopher back in the day, pal.
and trust me, Tony, no one, I mean no one, is going to stop the money train. Not even.
Yep, and also too, TNA is free on YouTube tomorrow as well. Whoop,
This
whoop.
right here, this is my legacy. This,
Which of course will be right here watching. Yeet yeet.
I know exactly who I am. I am the one woman revolution. That and everything in between.
Legacies don't exist, Mercedes. And be forgotten when all gonna die, Mercedes. Don't you get it? All that matters is one moment. The moment. Step into this ring and you look me in the eye and you realize that you fear an ordinary life.
Oh, Gruss, dude, yes.
Fear
Yes,
an
yes, do that.
ordinary
Do that, do that, do that. And get some wings at a half order combination fried rice. Yeah, pal.
sincerely believe that you deserve.
Whoop whoop.
But not this one.
Tony saving this segment, pal.
Known as the woman who just couldn't win the big one.
Frickin' A, pal. Whoop, whoop.
I had hoped this would have been civil, but I guess that I'm wrong. So the Saturday, may the best woman win.
Ooh, you catch that? Wow, that's a slip right there, pal. Yeah, oof. What, do they think they're on Evolution or something?
Eat shit, bitch.
Oh man. Hey, what's up now? So whoop whoop. Yeah, so All In is on Saturday. And Mercedes said, I think it was Mercedes who said, I'll see you this Saturday. Okay, cool. I'll have to get mine in for a Saturday. Whoop, whoop.
That was a long time ago. I've been beaten before, been outmaneuvered.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Muscle, but I have never, ever in my life lost a war.
Here's something that kind of, you know what? Now that you bring that up, Lab Rat, no one thinking of TK, no one thinking of AEW because of all the WWE shows this weekend. What if they take that as a challenge to try to do something crazy and draw attention to themselves?
Under the pressure of attack, will you hold the line? Under the pressure of expectations, will
Right, exactly, Todd.
Everybody was counting on you. I think you're a victim. I think you're a waste.
I mean, that'd be a pretty decent surprise. Baron Corbin and AEW.
You're gonna walk that aisle like it's the last time you ever will. Because make no mistake about it, Texas Death. You are all in this time. Whether you like it or not, you are all the way in.
Does Moxley have Parkinson's?
Terrible looking limousine can only mean one thing. John Moxley's partners in tonight's main event arriving here.
How was that?
Oh, I mean, Young Bucks, man. Yeah, the founding fathers, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. They're on Mount Rushmore. Oh, my.
Yeah, I know. She didn't even get an entrance. It's like, oh, hey, she's randomly in the crowd. Yeah, that's kind of like what? Yeah, that's a big what the fuck. And we're now at 8 belts.
They talk about this big week here.
9 belts. Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. My bad. Still at 8. Not sure. Yeah, I'm thinking so too, Todd. I'm at 12. And it's likely we're still going to see the trios belts too. Plus, I'm sure we're going to see Omega and Okada and that belt. Damn. Yeah, we might have went a little too low, pal. That'd have been funny, lad, Brad. That'd have been pretty funny.
Don Callis family, Kenosuke Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher coming into battle here tonight. Like Brody King and Bandito, and of course Don Callis.
Dude, he kind of reminds me like of like when he comes out of the ring, he kind of reminds, or his look kind of reminds me of that of like SNES like Final Dungeonville or final like Dungeon Boss.
Cody's forearm shots. Got to be careful dealing with Big Cody. Brody King accelerates to the ropes, but Kenosuke Takeshita answers him with a boot to the face.
Teddy Hart, what could have been?
Shoulder tackles repeatedly. Brody continuing with the advantage. Wow. They're going to go down, but Brody is just a massive guy down. I know you understand the side of it. Bro, I'm very impressed by Brody King. I'm also terrified of Brody King. I don't blame you. But it's rare, you're right, Ted, that he's in there with someone who doesn't just drop down like some insect. Right, exactly. Oh my God. Punches another big athlete and just got dropped. Running at this big behemoth. Fans getting ready for the biggest AEW pay-per-view of the year.
You know, if you get your picture taken with him and then you go show it to somebody and it's like, that's just you standing there.
When they purchased AEW in Texas on work up the bottom of your screen. About that for a deal. And we look forward to this. Hey, Don, you could come back and in with a lot of gold out of Sunday or out of Saturday. Well, watch this. Good speed built up there by Bandito. You're a little careful here with Tom Fletcher. He's got a big match coming up at All In. Well, Bandito with a pair of big matches potentially coming up this weekend. We mentioned this Friday night, Uber Fans Ring of Honor World Championship against Kenosuke Takeshita, Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor. You can join us. Watch ROH.com for that great event this Friday.
And anybody that's new that's watching, thank you so much for stopping in and hanging and chilling. If you haven't already, please follow and subscribe. We got a lot of great content here pretty much every single day here on the HMG YouTube channel. Great wrestling content, watch-alongs, live shows. Yeah, pal, whoop, whoop.
Face off this Friday night, Supercard of Honor, but right now, a sneak preview here as Bandito takes the side. You compete against, that was a concern here with Takeshita. But here's the thing, if Bandito's going to learn this, you can't teach size. You can't train size. And as great an athlete as Bandito Bandito is Takeshita. In my opinion, too big, too strong, too good. Takeshita. Take the drop kick.
Hey, what's the matter, lad? Right? You don't like cats? Or
Over the top.
Todd? No, I'm just kidding.
Suicida rock in the jaw, Brody King. And Takeshita swinging on miss bag.
Well, best of luck, Todd. See how well I do on that. Hopefully I remember to do so. I got a lot. I got a lot going on. A lot going on the. Hopefully I remember to get mine in. Yeah, and no one can blame you for that.
Fletcher now. We're going to work in tandem. Flattening out. Bandito. Sends Brody King crashing to the floor. Great teamwork. Yeah, great start. Great teamwork. Teamwork. Continues live on TBS and HBO Max. Tell you, Don, your men are always a cohesive unit. I love how you guys are working on.
So we got picture in picture, pal. Whoop.
Work in progress. It's getting done. It's very impressive.
This might.
Thank you very much.
Is it possible this might be the max feed? I don't know.
Well, actually, I'm surprised. I meant to remove the mask of Bandito, and then I will then wear his mask for my ring entrance. Can you take off Excalibur's mask after that? I don't think we want that.
Could you clarify that? What you mean by that, Gruss? That's a little bit confusing to me at the moment. I apologize.
Become the #1 contender to the AEW World Championship in the Casino Gauntlet match. Should it go on long enough?
You're the second person I've heard today say that. Because Ben put that over big time on the Raw SmackDown review. Like saying, like actually to the point where he personally requested Stevie Richards to do that as a watch along for his Patreon. So yeah, I'll have to check that out. Like, and like the way he put FTR over, like, yeah, that had to have been a good match. Ooh, okay. Johnny K9. New Jack.
Australia. What an impressive athlete. That is power. Yes, he is, Dad.
See who else.
That was a beautiful full body slam by Fletcher for sure. You know, you have a
Ooh.
opponent, those body slams, they're brutal. They're tough to take. Another one, smart, simple.
That's a tough one.
Punching into
I know for sure New Jack and Johnny K9, because those dudes, yeah, he like the wild card.
You see Bandito trying to pull at that elbow tash. Yeah, he wants to prevent. Gets across that throat. Should get those hands back.
Vader.
Or try to slip behind Fletcher if he can.
Yeah, it's been a decent Dynamite tonight.
Get that break. Bandito extending the leg. Takeshita. Fletcher did that earlier for Takeshita. Excalibur trying to pull a rope back. There was some great teamwork here from Takeshita and Fletcher. Well, you're talking about probably the two best wrestlers on the planet, and they're tagging up. What about Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega? I don't know. Some people that
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Like they could be the masterminds of the whole thing. And they can also get physical and violent too.
Fletcher dropping the knees at the midsection.
And you got Vader as the muscle that can move.
go to Brody King, but Bandito step quicker. Fletcher. Brody King coming in like a cannonball. But that needed a midsection cut him.
Give me Tony Hawk, pal. Dude, Scott, speaking of Tony Hawk, get this. This is a thing that just, me as a 90s kid, this made my heart happy. So, I was not aware of this until they gave birth to their first child. Kurt Cobain's daughter is married to Tony Hawk's son, and they just had a kid last year. So it's like, wow. So there is a kid. There is now a kid out there whose grandfathers are Kurt Cobain and Tony Hawk. How insane is that?
Answers the thrust kick with an elbow strike. But Kyle Fletcher took a lot out of Kyle, but he had to do it to slow down and stop this big monster.
Yeah, what are the odds of those genes, mashing up? I want to see that kid doing trick flips and 450 spins while playing guitar, pal.
Big forearm. I don't think suggested that. No, he did not. We talked about a number of times here between members of Brother Cheetah. Yeah, like it or not, it's effective.
Yeah, but I'd have a Johnny K9 as New Jack's partner as the wild card tag team. I think you said like a 5-man faction, right? Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's right.
These two teams are leaving it all in the ring, man. What an opening.
Yeah, it's a packed weekend. TNA was very smart picking one weekend, like, hey, we're kind of the only ones running, pal. I did not know that happened, Lab Rat. Oh, damn. That's gonna be one. That kid's kind of gonna be funny as shit. He's gonna be entertaining as shit. Yeah, for real. Wrestling overkill Jones, pal, indeed.
For position.
No idea, Todd. Unless they just happen to get lucky with their timing of events. Oh wow, that is the first I've heard about that. Yeah, and plus that environment that kid's gonna grow up around. Yeah, I could. That's something I was thinking about too. Did WWE kind of like tell them to hold off, so you don't get lost. You don't get lost in the mix.
Tonight is the start of a massive week for all elite wrestling. Texas. Course Dynamite here tonight. Collision. Special night live tomorrow night.
Right, and so far, I mean, in my opinion, I think the partnership, the TNA NXT partnership, has been a mutually beneficial one. So far, at least.
You don't do anything like me, and I know I didn't. Last week on Collision.
Oh, give me Outrunners package, pal. Or vignette. Yeah, they blew their load. Whoop, whoop. They're showing clips from that match. Yep. And it was never a thing. What list? There was never a list. What are you talking about? On to the next thing.
FGR, let me tell you this right here and right now. This isn't over. We still get our eyes on you because if you haven't seen the Outrun, you haven't seen nothing yet.
Oh yeah, that is true. 'Cause there is some TNA talent appearing at Great American Bash. For real, Todd, I am absolutely furious over that. Like, something, yeah. There are some powers at play that are pulling the strings, that are making sure that we don't know what really happened, and the guilty parties don't come to justice. Exactly. Exactly now. So they're working the gimmick. They're playing the character. Like, I love it. It's perfect. Dude, you've been playing with that AI too much. You're playing with that AI too much, Scott. Yeah, yeah. You'd be hard pressed to find somebody somewhere that's in a powerful position that's not guilty or doesn't have evidence on them. Hey, could well be, pal. Match of the year, pal. Whoop, whoop. They're becoming pretty similar, but in good ways. Wait, what? Last I heard that this will have a sentencing trial, but he was not going to be allowed out on bail. Unless that changed suddenly. You know, because he was declared a high flea risk. Or judged a high flea risk. Yo, what's up, G-Ball? Good to see you. Whoop, whoop. Hope all's well with you, pal. Yeet, yeet. Yeah, we are currently at 8 belts right now. And a commercial break, a hard commercial break. So we got the Dynamite graphic. I may have checked this thing out. Did they let Diddy out?
I'm here with FTR and the Patriarchy. FTR coming off of that incredible match with the Outrunners. And Christian, Nick Wayne, you guys are challenging for the AEW Tag Team Championships this Saturday at All In. But before we get there, on Collision, FTR and the Patriarchy teammate up. How's this going to go?
I'll tell you how it's going to go, Renee. I can stand
9 belts.
FTR's
accomplishments, their whole laundry list of accomplishments. I don't think we have that much time. And we know they're going to bring their best, and the patriarchy always brings their best. So I expect
No, those paintings are real. Those paintings actually do exist. Those are very real. They were seized from his island.
Say going into tomorrow night on Collision and into All In on Saturday. If you scratch our backs, we'll scratch yours after we become AEW Tag Team Champions. Well, first of all, let me say there's been a lot of miscommunication.
Get me Mother Wayne, pal.
In this company, but by far the biggest one is the fact that in the AEW World Tag Team Championship match at All In. But you know,
Yeah, it is going to be a high bell count. I thought I was kind of going high on 12. Nope.
history, it's not like they had another classic last Saturday on Collision, but you know what, Christian? None of this is your fault, man. So
Yeah, we are at 9 belts, pal.
We'll be watching, and this whole back scratching thing. Let's see how tomorrow night goes first. What do you say?
Well, I mean, as far as the Bush one goes, I mean, yeah, pretty obvious what that's implying. I mean, what was it? George W. was having his dad was having breakfast with the Bin Ladens that morning. I mean, come on.
Ricochet will be a part of the Mets Casino Gauntlet match. Should his number get called this Saturday, but right now, let's go back to the ring and just run. Today, Ricochet's opponent played.
It's possible he might. That'd be a good place for him.
He's not cleared to wrestle. So since I'm all alone, I see no other way than to go straight to the head of the
Right, and there's several different directions they could go with that.
He leaves his little wing dogs in a case. So I can whoop his ball down.
Yeah, I 100% agree, Todd. Grace should win. And you got that, you know, because of her history with Masha, and all of a sudden they're in the middle of a title versus title between two different companies. Yeah, that's the smart money. That's where they should go, but there's also a lot of other different directions they can go in that are likely and plausible.
What a shocker that was. All in London, London Stadium, Ricochet.
Yeah, vintage AEW, pal.
Into that match. He's had his eyes on gold.
Let's see, my schedule for this weekend. Well, actually, I should say I should throw the entire HMG schedule in there. Tomorrow is TNA Impact. Friday is SmackDown. And then either Thursday or Friday, they got the Friday locker room. And then Saturday, RBV is doing Saturday night's main event. And then after that, I'll be doing a replay watch along of All In. And then, of course, I think Saturday we also got the Smack Attack. And then Sunday we got The Wreckage. And then Sunday night we'll be doing HMG After Dark. Not sure what we're doing that night. Mallrats is the rescheduled Mallrats, I think, is kind of the front runner right now. And then Monday we got Monday Locker Room, Raw Watch Along, and Impact Attack. Whoop whoop.
And then this Saturday, all in Texas, Arlington, still some great seats available. You can join us at Globe Life Field, AEWTickets.com.
You could do there's a way you could do both. Grace goes over at Evolution, goes under at Slammiversary. Masha's dual champion. And that's when Grace gets called up. Yeah, I would not be surprised. There's a ton of shenanigans in Mox versus Page. You know, we might be able to pair those two together. Evolution into Mallrats. Since it would be like a replay, I could would it be a replay? I don't know. Evolution could be fun. Let's find it. I don't know. I'll take a look. Yeah, I smell a Darby return coming too. Sting, not likely, but I could see that happening. Yeah, plus you can do this, and that could lead to like finally implode Fatal Influence.
Your head's not as round.
Did you see they? Gross, did you see that they had Bryant during an ROH? They had ROH show. They had Max Caster do his gimmick where he challenged somebody, and it was Bryan Danielson who ran in and beat him in like 9 seconds.
Ricochet's been doing more arguing with him than he has. It's going to work on his opponent here. Well, Ricochet's always looking for a little inside game. I think that's what it is, Shibani. You know what I mean? He's always looking for some little inside.
Yeah, I'd heard Scorpio Sky returned. I just didn't see what it was that he did. Nice. That's a good spot for him. Or at least a good spot to make his return and, remind people who he is.
AEW Dynamite live in the shadows of Dallas. And this
Yeah, that is a great look for him. And I'm sorry you had to see it through that. My apologies, pal.
Fighting from behind, but trying to work his way back into this match. That knee strike hit its mark by Ricochet.
No idea. Probably because I think Bryan Danielson might have wanted to come back to ROH in some form or another. So I could see him like pitching that as. Plus, it's a one-time thing, and it's like his return to ROH. So like you can kind of when he actually does make a return, that can kind of get swept under the rug. Oh, yeah, he's absolutely feeling challenged. So hopefully he pulls out a good show. Like the business kind of needs him to pull out a good show.
The men that have been seemingly recruited by Ricochet, but Christian. This will be a gigantic upset.
Yeah, really the only thing I've ever seen TK do to promote shows is just go on podcasts himself, but like podcasts that nobody really listens to. Or podcasts that aren't already listened to by the people that he already has.
Blake's looking good right here. Much to the chagrin, obviously, of Ricochet at the moment. But Blake, he took his eye off of Ricochet once again. I'm looking to take out Bishop Cole on the outside door. Nobody home. And they used to quit this year.
Yeah, it's true. You could have had him like advertise for something else on the show. Advertise him to do something else, and then he's a surprise that goes after or the guy who answers Max Caster. Yeah, it really is. Like they're their ass is on the line. And I think for the first time, Tony's kind of feeling what it's like to have your asshole pucker, you know? Yeah, the only thing I could think of that would make AEW be like worse than anything WWE would do is if they decide to get like just go over the top and do something insane and crazy to get attention for themselves. That would be a bad thing, whether it's injury or just like violent or ridiculous, or we've seen the shit they do before. Yeah, for real, Gross. Absolutely. Yes, sir, Nelson. I will be doing be on Twitch about 10 15 minutes after the show is over. Whoop, whoop. Oh yeah, cam is easy. You just gotta hook it up, and then depending on what software you use for your streaming, just kind of gotta go with that. It's not that hard. Now, as far as getting a good quality cam, I don't know much about that. Yeah, Hurt Syndicate, pal. No belts.
Let's talk the casino belt match.
Yeah, for real. They can't capitalize on their own stupidity. Yeah. Yeah, they have so much attention and creative. Yeah, so much of their attention and effort split between 3 major shows in one weekend. Whether it's creative, marketing, storyline development, angle progression. Yeah, it's when you split it 3 ways, all 3 fall. That reminds me of a line that Ron Swanson said in Parks and Recreation. He talks about how he tried to work 2 full-time jobs and he just didn't have the time and the energy to do it. Ended up half-assing both and failed at both, and then ended up getting his own full-time job and did well at that. And he's like, don't half-ass 2 things, whole-ass 1 thing.
Best professional wrestling matches of all time. Because you're great. Look at the greatest. I defeated the greatest wrestler on planet Earth. And I was happy to leave it at that. I was happy to close the book. Because on
I think that might be where they're heading. Is shit. They're kind of keeping him on the back burner until they get to figure out who he's going to challenge for it. Yeah, it does seem like they're trying to like heat him back up again to get him ready for like however this plays out between Moxley and Hangman.
Rivalry. 7 years we had a last match. So when it comes to this match,
exactly, Gruss. Yo, what's up, Sonic? Whoop whoop. Good to see you, pal. Hope all's well with you. Yeet yeet. Yeah, agreed. You got to call it like you see it. Woo woo!
Let's leave it all in the ring.
I don't get. Yeah, I don't get it.
For everything.
This is the end.
Yeah, I think he got that blood capsule from Jim Cornette, pal. Yeah, I don't see Omega losing in this. And my pick's for Omega to go over. Yeah, most anticipated to the next one. Whoop whoop. Yeah, I'd rather see what you got. I'd rather be watching the Naked Gun commercial, pal. Get me Liam Neeson. Yeah, that dynamite graphic. Let's see what's going on in X-Land, pal. See, I saw a nasty ass tornado cloud. Holy shit. Boom, boom. Very true. Yeah, they got Valkyra versus Ripley. That'd be a good one. Yes, it is getting kind of overcrowded.
Reach for the sky, boy. Just 3 days away from all matches and fans. I think this is a first not only for you at home, but for us here at the Ladies and gentlemen, for Briscoe. This Briscoe, we've seen it, Shabani. He's quite the wordsmith. Let's be honest. He ups and downs. He really is. He'll pull out those words and you don't expect him to say. Might be the smartest guy ever to come out of the state of Delaware. Wow. He is not your typical Southern Delawarean, Charles. Number one entrance to the men's casino gauntlet match this Saturday at All In, Texas. We talked at length about how important that number one spot is. It's a match that can end at any time. Now,
Give me MJF, pal. Whoop, whoop. I think we're still at 9 belts. Let me go check.
Briscoe said to MJF, he said, I'll leave a conglomeration at home if you keep the Hurt Syndicate in the back as well. Hurts him to get mayhem some bigger fish.
All right, so let me dive deep into this a little bit further.
MJF, if Mark Briscoe drawing the number 1 spot, MJF, the most hated man in professional wrestling, drawing that number 2. These two guys are from different worlds, different parts of the Eastern Seaboard. Let's put it that way. No question. And they are.
So the rumor I'm hearing, I don't know if I'm hearing it's going to be Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker in a hair versus hair match.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But Texas, if you would please send it down for just
But I haven't heard anything official about it, though. So it's like, where's that coming from?
First of all, the phrase talking talks about the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. And secondly,
Yeah, I know, for real.
much
Like, where did that come from?
Stupid, white trash, redneck hick.
Yeah, I could see her being a part of a women's casino gauntlet match for sure.
All of you can understand.
Yeah, at the very least, put her in that.
To all in Texas, because if you do, I'm a dog walk you.
Yeah, she'd be good. That's a good pick for it. Yeah, she's been in ROH long enough. Like, bring her to the main roster. Channeling some Roddy Piper there. That's an old Roddy Piper line. You're throwing rocks at a man with a machine gun.
So, you hillbilly, how about you take a walkie walk back to your Midwest?
Oh, nice, Nelso. Hope it works out for you. Whoop, whoop.
Keep on feeding all 95 of your inbred children shoe leather and chicken feed. You pathetic poor.
Yeah, apparently she was she entered a match on last night's NXT. Which, good for her.
It sounds like to me what you need is a good old country ass whooping.
This would actually MJF and Mark Briscoe, if they did a cinematic match on the Briscoe farm, that would actually be entertaining.
All in, glow blind, casino gauntlet. I'm the number 1 man, you the number 2 man. The bell's gonna go ding, 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 and I'm gonna commence to whooping your ass.
Oh yeah, they're in the gauntlet. That's right. Shit, forgot about that. That's right. Yeah, it was the Kalani match. Yep. Dude, I will say, I'll give AEW and Tony Khan their props. They're at least trying to, everything they're doing on the show is to try to sell you on All In and progress to what they got going on. And Dog wants them to be right back. Whoop, whoop. Whoop whoop.
It's something that I just don't think you can really understand, Max, because you call yourself rich, man, but you know what you are? You're bankrupt, man. Matter of fact, the word of the day today is bankrupt, Max. Because you only
Gotta run. One of the three. Whoop whoop.
What'd you say?
Oh, sorry.
C-rate you, baby. It's so predictable. Know what you next.
What's up, guys?
What you do is you're going to talk
Check 1 2. All right. Now it's going. Now I'm getting my.
My bad. There you go.
Hold on.
Check 1 2. Cool.
I would never say anything.
How you doing, man? Good to see you. Whoop whoop.
Good to see you too, buddy. Just got done. Bowling.
Nice. How'd you do?
It's all right. I had an okay night. I bowled a 234. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, it wasn't bad.
That's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
For one, Briscoe.
This has actually been a pretty decent show so far. Like
Yeah.
they're pushing all in hard.
Okay.
Like they've only had like 1 or 2 matches.
Really?
Passed away. I mean, that's obvious. No, see, I pity your brother because while he's up there in those pearly gates, he has to look down and see what you've become.
Oh, snap.
And I know he must be rolling in his.
Earlier in this promo, they kind of leaned into a little bit of the Christian versus Jew, just a little bit.
Okay.
Greatest tag team of all time. Damn boys. To being nothing more than a joke. Matter of fact, I'm no betting man, mainly because I already have more money than every single person here in this Konunk arena. But if I was, I'd be willing to make a bet. Was somehow able to be here in the flesh tonight. I know exactly what he'd say to you, Mark. He'd say, chicken, it shouldn't have been me in that accident.
What up, Lab Rat? What up, Todd?
It should have been you.
Yeah, I'd have to believe they talked that out backstage and Mark gave his blessing for that line to be used.
Did they lose the tag titles?
No, they still have them. Oh no, they got
okay.
stolen. They got stolen earlier in the night by Jet Speed.
Oh my God. Nice. Nice talk. It's the Killers. Jet Speed.
Yo, what's up, Sergio? Whoop whoop. Oh shit, we're not at 11. Yeah, they brought the belts out. Yep. 11 belts. I thought 12 might have been kind of a little bit high tonight. Shit. And odds are, so let's see the trios belts later on in the main event.
This makes so much sense. These two guys would totally be able to beat up Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. Total sense.
Oh, yeah. One of the things, one internet discourse I was hearing, or some social media discourse about Hurt Syndicate is, oh, they don't sell enough, they don't take enough bumps. It's like, should they be for like the people they're in the ring with? No.
Yeah, the Hurt Syndicate should not have this much trouble. I agree, Labrat.
Like they should not be getting their. They should not. Like, they're getting their asses beat by fucking Kevin Knight and a dude who can't figure out what, like, who's like thinks he's multiple people.
Oh, here comes the patriarchy.
The Hurt Syndicate down like this. So, but Jet Speed had a great game plan that broke into. They broke into Hurt Syndicate's locker room, took those 2 titles.
Yeah, that had to be Tony Khan kind of being like, hey, remember who signs the checks here?
Yeah, Nick Wayne could totally take out Bobby Lashley. Makes sense.
Yeah, for real, absolutely.
Crap, I gotta grab my lighter. I'll be right back.
Yep, we already know the answer. Say the line, Todd. And also, too, here's where it's like confusing from a booking and psychology point of view. So, Hurt Syndicate are supposed to be heels. Because AEW. Yay!
Yeah, I never thought I'd see this either, Tony Schiavone.
But yeah, now we have.
It's like, I never thought I'd see this. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, and now you have the baby faces taking advantage of heels jumping other heels. Or wait, what's going on? This doesn't make any sense. Yep, we're at 11, pal.
It's that time. It's about that time for us to get real high.
I hope not. I hope they don't.
I was gonna say, I think the Hurt Syndicate's probably retaining now if they get beat up on the Go Home show, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, like they were like positioned as the baby faces, even with the very clearly heel MJF that they're backing up. Like, what is this booking?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, apparently Machine Head's the theme song for this weekend or this week for AEW, which I can't. At least they made that. That's a good decision.
I suppose. What is this? Who's this coming out next? Megan Bain. Oh, okay.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, horrible booking.
Megan Bain. God damn. I like them. I like them chesticles that these ladies got. Big old bitties. Big old bitties.
Megan Bain versus the odds-on favorite to capture that number 2 spot, but Taz in a 4-way match. As we mentioned, Chris Statlander, the number 1 entrant in the women's casino.
The Toxic Spider. That's who's coming out after this.
Oh yeah, Thekla. Yeah, she was one of the women in it. Remember that from a few weeks ago, Lions, Tigers, Bears, and had that fuck you. No, fuck you. No, fuck you. She was one of the women in that segment.
Oh, really?
Yep, Thekla was one of them. Yep.
Fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah, Joe Janelle's favorite wrestler. Whoop whoop.
Spider Lady.
Spider Lady? They brought back Mae Young from the dead?
Queen Aminata.
Dude, and she's actually one of the better workers on the roster. One of the better women workers they have is Queen Aminata. Oh, she just happened to be trained in OVW. That's I'm sure it's a complete coincidence.
Right. Oh, Radio McRadio Face. What's up? What's up, Gruss? What's up, Sergio? If I didn't say hi.
Call back Jones, pal. Whoop whoop. And going full screen for this one. Yeah, pal.
Ty Mello.
Make sure you got plenty of NDAs to sign.
Best workers training OVW. You didn't say. You don't say. That's pick who? Very fucking sweet, what it is.
I'm Casey Miller.
Yeah, I'm Casey Miller. And I'm just chucking and jiving. All my life, people said, Casey, you should put that sweet chocolate buttery voice on the radio. So here I am. Yeah. This could be a good match, you know. You got a bunch of chicks walking around the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean, tell you, man, you got the bash potential there. I mean, plus good looking chicks doing it, you know, for at least in this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck girls, yeah, okay, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be in the match, and they're gonna hate each other. It's gonna be very good. What's up, Sonic? Full house here tonight, pal.
This, of course, you know, Mega Bass get a big giant tit. Big giant tit. She got them big giant tit talents.
Yeah. Me and Timmy were wondering if you guys liked this lady in the ring. She's got talent. Just call me Fazbear. So MSG, would you agree that there's too many shows this weekend and it's a complete overkill? Yes, I would agree. There is a lot of professional wrestling starting tonight, from Dynamite to Impact to SmackDown to All In, the Saturday night's main event, the Great American Bash, and Evolution. That's a lot of freaking wrestling shows. That's a lot of freaking wrestling shows.
I just want to watch my wrestling. Brian Alvarez.
Radio McRadio Face says he cares. It's all real to me, damn it. I'm pretty sure they made this crustable. You don't have commercials. I got commercials right now.
Yeah, it's like the picture. I think it's picture-in-picture thing, or if it was picture-in-picture.
I got the commercials. That's through HBO Max. You got the nefarious stream going on right now.
We're just watching some wrestling, pal.
Watching some wrestling. Oh, and Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor? Gee, many Christmas. I just want my wrestling. Hey, Radio, the rest of their friends behind. They're pals, guys. They get along and go out to dinner with each other and play video games. Friday night MSG. Oh wow. I didn't realize there was another Ring of Honor show. I don't know. I don't watch Ring of Honor, so when they show up on AEW, I'm like, who? Who are these people? No idea. Dexter Resurrection, new season coming soon.
So have you heard that TNA is looking to find a new distributor where they can run 52 weeks a year or 52 weeks a year live? They basically want to become the #2 promotion, which I gotta believe that's kind of WWE kind of putting their hand up there playing puppet just to stick it to AEW.
I don't know about that because like the money that they want is not a lot either. Like they want $10 million. You know what I'm saying?
But is the $10 million like per
divided
year
by
or
yeah,
overall?
divided by like though 52 weeks, that's only like 20 grand.
Ooh.
So I'm saying they're only getting like 20 grand a week. But maybe that's enough to run their promotion. I don't know.
Unless they're getting some kind of kickback from WWE, or WWE's kind of pitching in.
Maybe. I don't know. Unless they're going to do some sort of studio show or something, but I don't think they're going to do that. But it's just, I was like, 10 million, that's all you want? I was like, you don't even want like 150 to 100 million? Like at least 50 million, or at least like 25 million. You want 10 million? Okay.
Yeah, I think it wasn't it MLW got 20 million in the settlement.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they got to get a new. Well, they're technically on Access, which is owned by Anthem, which owns TNA. So
yeah, it's kind of like a lateral movement.
It's basically free content for them to air on one of their networks. Which does, I mean, not a lot of people have Access. At one point they did, when Access was on cable, or they might still be on cable, but when people actually used cable, so we're talking at least just 10 years ago, right? People were still using cable back then. We've shifted so much in the last 10 years, not just technology wise, but like as humans too. It's been crazy to think about like everything that was built up for like the last 40, 50 years was just changed in like a matter of 10 to 15. You know what I mean? Like going from like normal cable, normal upbringings for the most part, kids hanging outside playing, getting into fights, learning life. Like we went from that to now a generation who only knows what phones are, and like they see their parents playing with phones and looking at screens at such a young age that they just replicate the same habits, and then they see everybody else doing it.
Dude, I
just got high and got really philosophical. Sorry.
Oh, dude, I'm kind of on the same wavelength here, because as soon as you're saying that, and I'm just, the first thing I'm going to my mind is how many kids today that are like in their teens have ever played a street hockey game,
right? Or flag football or something. Like they're just playing on their phones. Like not to say there isn't kids still out there trying to do sports. I'm not, obviously, if there wasn't, then these organizations wouldn't be drafting players every year. So there are still kids out there playing, and then teenagers. But yeah, the majority of people right now are just playing on their phones or playing video games, which I'm not hating on the video game aspect. But like, I don't know. There was still, even when we were kids, like there was no online play, so you had to go over to your friend's house to play. So you were still getting some sort of social interaction.
Yeah. Speaking from personal experience, I can say like it was a combination of both. Like we go inside, like depending on like usually the weather. Or if it's raining, okay, we'll go inside and play video games. All right, it's nice outside. We'll go outside and play sports or something, or play in the street.
Or just do something. Just hit up your friends and then go do something stupid. Maybe go spray paint under a bridge. Get in trouble. I don't know. Be a kid, dude.
I'll never forget.
That's what I would do if I had kids. I'd be like, dude, be a kid. Like you're not getting like I didn't get my first cell phone until I was 16, and I had to pay for it. Like other than that, I had a pager. My parents gave me a pager. And when it would vibrate, I'd have to fucking call them or come home, depending on the time. Because you know how you can like deliver messages and shit like that back then on the pager. So it would be like call home or come home. And then I would just be like, oh, I thought you said call home. I forgot to. So I was looking for a phone to call you. That's why I'm calling you right now. Yeah, ride a bike and explore. Exactly, Labrat.
I'll never forget. As a kid, we found this just by exploring. We in the woods. We found this bridge that had these vines hanging from the trees over a creek. All right, that's a new hangout spot, pal.
Bro, when I was in like the 6th or 7th grade, this condo that my parents were renting from at the time that we had, it was like there was like an upstairs attic above my room, kind of. And if you pushed up into it, you'd go up into the roof where they had like the house, you know, like the roof treated for like whatever those big foam things that they put into the roof for asbestos and insulation, right? The insulation foam, much like that. Well, I got bored and I just lifted it up, and I ended up finding naked pictures of this chick who used to live there probably, and they were like professionally done. Like this was like before OnlyFans or something like that. This was like when you make a book to give to your significant other or your boyfriend or something like that. And they were like professionally done while they were, and she was fully nude and everything and all these pictures. And I showed all my friends. Condo in the 6th grade.
How to get popular in high school, pal?
No, I mean that was middle school, but still.
Oh yeah, middle school. My bad.
No, I didn't fucking take that shit to school. I didn't want to lose it. Fuck that. I guarded that shit. Who won this match?
Megan Bain.
Megan Bain. Oh, now I got a commercial break.
Here, all of us at All Elite Wrestling want to share our condolences with everyone affected by the unimaginable tragedy in Central Texas.
You know, and good for AEW for what they're doing to help out with Texas.
I definitely was not flexing. My parents were sorry. My parents just were. My dad had a good job at that point, so like we had a nice spot. It was like a 3-bedroom. This was like in Simi Valley, California, before it was developed to the point where it is now. So this was like, yeah, I mean, my parents for the most part tried to take care of us. I would say like we lived there, but then like I lived in places that had cockroaches too. I remember that. That sucked. So like it was up and down, but I'd say my parents they tried to do their best. You know, I've learned that as I got older, right? Because like you have a certain like perspective when you're younger. You're like, why can't things be done this way? Or why are things done this way? Or why did they turn out this way? And then you get older and you go, okay, I could see how that could turn out that way. So, I don't know. I'm getting all philosophical here, guys. I'm a little big right now. Raw, uncensored MSG. This is how I be. I just sit here and ramble about shit.
Oh, bro, you're triggering some like old like childhood memories in me of like kind of recognizing what great parenting is, and I'm kind of remembering the nights that my dad would go out, you know, play poker, and then he'd spend his winnings on pizza from me and my brother.
Yeah, no, like my dad would fucking like I said, they, you know, up until about I'd say the 6th or 7th grade. So I'd say between, I don't know, 4th or 5th grade and between 6th and 7th grade. So that gap, my parents were doing pretty well. We were like considered middle class. And then there was a trial separation between my parents where they separated for a little bit. And that was not like middle class anymore. So, and then that happened and they got back together, but by that point they had spent a lot of money, so then they had to live. We had to live in a smaller place so they could save money. And then I remember like us living in this 1-bedroom apartment, and I was sleeping in the living room. And I got like an Xbox for Christmas that year. That was when the Xbox came out. I was pretty stoked on that. And then yeah, and then my parents got a house, or we got a bigger apartment, and then they got a house in Montana. So they moved us to Montana. All right, let's hear what this chick has to say.
Maybe a little bit ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
I got a black screen. Like they're about to come back from break.
Well, you should be getting it here shortly.
Unfortunately, you did not earn the number 2
There we go.
spot in the women's casino gauntlet match. However, there's no denying the impact that you've made here in AEW. You've not even been pinned.
Oh yeah, I think she's Austrian.
So should your name get called this Saturday afternoon, all between these two women, we know that Megan Bayne is entering the women's casino gauntlet match number.
I will say I like how they've done a decent job. They've done to build the casino gauntlet. It's kind of like a reverse battle royal where you want that early entrant because it can end early.
Okay. Is this the main event now? Coming up?
I don't know.
We'll get ready to add to that belt count.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is the main event. Yep. That's 3 belts. What were we at before? Let's see. We had
I see you're
7,
at 11.
8, 9. We're at 12.
12 belts?
12 belts. I thought we were going to see Okada and Omega on this one because that's a pretty major match. I would think you'd want to, build to, unless they're saving that for Collision.
Wait, is this just a one-on-one match?
No, this is a 3-way.
Why,
I'm sorry, this match is a 4-way.
Oh, it's a 4-way?
Yeah, it's
For the Casino Battle Royale?
no, this is the Ops and Hangman against Death Riders. Where's Hangman? That's the thing.
Well, I was going to say, where's the rest of Samoa Joe's team? Samoa Joe was the only one that came out.
Unless they're trying to do a setup where they're trying to jump, the rest of the guys trying to jump the Death Riders, trying to beat them with their own game. I don't know. That's what, at least the way it's built up looking like to me.
I'm just saying this is confusing. Okay, it says still to come tonight, the All-Star 8-man tag. No, that's later. That's going to be Mox's team versus Hangman's team. So it's got Mox, Claudio, and the Bucks versus Hangman, Ospreay, Hobbs, and Shibata. So right now we're getting Samoa Joe versus Wheeler Yuta.
I didn't catch it. Did Joe have the belt with him?
Yes, he does.
All right, so we are currently at 10 then.
Okay. Yeah, there it is again. They're going to show it to you. Yeah, so we're getting Joe versus Wheeler Yuta here. Joe's going to basically beat the shit out of this kid.
Okay, cool.
I like his look, though. I like Wheeler Yuta's look now with the beard and the long hair. I do like his look now.
Currently at 10 belts. Because it's just Joe, and he's got one of the trios titles. Or one of the trios belts. Yeah, because we had 7 earlier from Mercedes. Oh, shit, no, my bad. I fucked that up. We're actually way higher. My bad. I forgot the tag belts. We are at 12 right now.
Well, Brett said he changed his belt count from 12 to 14.
Dude, you might get it. You might actually get it, Labret. Because we're currently at 12, and we still got to see the other 2 trios belts in the main event.
If they come out with them.
True.
If Shibata and... Who's the third person?
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs. So, yeah, if Shibata and Hobbs come out with it. And then there's Hangman and Ospreay taking on the Bucks Mox, and we'll see. Does Mox come out with his title? Probably not, in a briefcase or something like that. That's why Mox puts it in the briefcase. You know that, right? Like somebody gave him a word that we do these belt counts, and now he hides it in his briefcase. That's what I heard. That's insider information.
HMG got our tendrils everywhere, pal.
Watching the jabs, charging the corner. Nobody home. Yuta. Van Der sends him up and over the top with Yuta.
I know that's true. You would be
Like-
messed up.
Like that scene from basketball. All right, every time a fight breaks out, Jerry.
I think Labrat thinks Mox lost the belt, so he just carries the briefcase. He got jacked.
Did you ever hear?
What?
Did you ever hear the story about that Jericho told Russo about what happened with the belt, how it went missing?
I believe so. I just forget right now.
I forgot what show it was, but Russo talked about how that was right when he did Jericho's show.
Right.
And Jericho kind of told him on the down low, yeah, so apparently it's, from everything we're finding out, it was actually a theft between the guy who found it and the limo driver. And then when things like they tried to steal it, make it look like it got lost. And then we ended up, it's like, okay, this is getting kind of, we're probably going to get caught. Let's turn it and act like we found it.
Right. Well, that was smart. It was kind of funny. What happened was those guys got the belt, and then they realized, what are they going to do with it? And then they were probably like, shit, we can't sell it.
Right, because they're gonna be like, wait a minute, this belt's been this exact belt's been missing, and you guys have it.
Right, exactly. So you can't sell it. What are you gonna do? Take it to a pawn shop? Try to sell it there?
Best I can give you is $50.
Right. Who the hell is AEW? I don't care. So at that point, you, I guess, and try to act like a hero. It'd be what it be.
Right, I'm sure like AEW's like, hey, we got it back. Yeah, we're done here. We're good.
Yeah, the briefcase just has a piece of paper. Pop. Funny.
That's as good as gold. That one
Yeah,
right
it is
there
good.
for the Ferrari, $100,000. I'd hang on to that one.
I'm still in commercial break right now. I'm learning it, that I should ask my doctor about the Brexum or Ebglis. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive live vaccine when treated with Ebglis. Before starting Ebglis, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. Like, I would hope if you had a parasitic infection, you would tell your doctor. Your doctor would know. Like, what does that mean? Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic what?
Yeah, wouldn't your doctor kind of already know that?
I would think so. They're your doctor.
Plus, I'm sure like isn't like as far as HIPAA goes, isn't it still like legal for like your doctors to share information between each other to better serve you as an individual, so that way everybody has the information on the same page?
Yeah, I would think so, Brandon. All right. Finally came back from commercial break. We got Samoa Joe in those same green shorts that he never gets brand new ones.
Or the red ones or the blue ones.
Right? Should upgrade his shit.
Still got a chance, pal.
Do you think if Samoa Joe was still in WWE, that he would have been injected into the bloodline?
muscle buster here, guys. I think Joe wants to finish this thing. Oh, maybe not.
I could see them doing like a recruitment thing where he says, "Yeah, I might be but I'm not part of that family. Yeah, I'm island, but I'm not in the bloodline. I'm not,
Right.
part of that family."
No, that's true. I'm just saying if he is from the Isle of Samoa.
Yeah, I could dig a storyline where he's kind of a free agent, like say,
A gun
Roman
for
tried to
hire or
recruit.
something.
Yeah, and trying to build to where he eventually goes with. I think that could be a good story if done right.
Interesting. I don't know. I always just thought of that. I was like, man, I wonder if Samoa Joe would have been in like the bloodline, or he would have been at least tried to get something. Would at least try to get him in.
Yeah, like
I mean,
Jeff Cobb. Yeah, like Jeff Cobb has no familial relation to the NOI family, but he's still part of the group.
Right, the My Family Tree. Lab rat. Yeah, he does. He has a closet full of the same colored shorts. It's just easier for him. It doesn't get confusing.
This angle, he's got the hook of his knee on the back of Joe's head to control Joe's upper body.
Exactly, Sonic. Tell your doctor if you're allergic to blah, blah, blah. How would I know that unless I have an allergic reaction? Isn't that something to know? Yeah, exactly.
Midsection by Yuta.
They did mention a while ago Joe has to be the only Samoan not related to that family. Oh, okay.
Yuta able to kick out the next wheel. Yuta flying solo here tonight, as is.
Mother effing Tongans.
It'll be good cover. Joe and Yuta able to kick out Hobbs. Shibata teaming up with Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page.
I can't believe they called Hikuleo Talatonga.
That's got to be a rib. Yeah, the Talatonga. Like,
he's really tall. All right. This match should be coming to an end here. Samoa Joe is going to finish up with Yuta.
Yeah, there's no reason this match should be going as long as it has. Like, Samoa Joe should have killed him in 5 minutes.
Well, they had to fill some time.
Samoa Joe, guess whatever it takes.
Oh, get ready for another belt. Or no, I guess not. Maybe it's the same belt. Sorry, false alarm.
That is some Dragon Ball Z name.
The cartoon caveman tapped.
Yeah, that is the same belt.
Wow, that's Arby's now? I got an Arby's commercial, and this Arby's looks pretty good. Their cheesesteak. I don't know if I'd get a cheesesteak from Arby's. I'm just saying a cheesesteak sounds pretty good right now. Too late here, though. It's already 9:40. I'll just make myself a pizza.
That's a good point, Todd. Which, to be fair, if you wish to be fair, like if you look at how like some of these pharmaceutical companies and the doctors are kind of working together to push all this stuff on people, it's like, yeah, it's like legalized drug dealing technically.
Yeah, it is legalized drug dealing. Like, yo, I'm on deck. Give me a call. You gotta call your doctor. Feel like, what up? I need them pills. Hook me up, dog.
Herpes, Arby's, same difference.
Same thing, yeah. I'm thinking Arby's. I'm thinking cheesesteak.
I'm thinking scratchy crotch.
Whoa. That's an interesting thing to think of. Oh my God, you guys. Did you guys know that the founder of Whisker and Litterbox is designed and assembled in the United States of America? You can get an automatic cat box for your cat. Do you have a cat, Brandon?
I used to. He was a good cat.
Nice.
He taught me a lot about like cat ownership.
I used to have a cat too, my little dude. I haven't gotten a cat in a while.
Oh,
He
he's
was
a
my-
good cat.
Yeah, I had a really good little buddy.
No, not tonight. Especially since I don't think any of us are. I think any of us are getting it tonight.
Oh wow, G quadruple 3 ball says the RB cheesesteak was Charleston, West Virginia was good the other day, but let's see. Interesting.
Dude, in some weird ways, like even though things are supposed to be like in the fast food industry and these national chains, but they're supposed to keep it uniform, but it really is the people and that staff that really make it what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just don't go to a lot of fast food places these days. I support like local businesses and stuff like that. And
I agree.
even if I order some food off DoorDash, I'll still order it from a small place. Like they've only got one location and they just make this specific food. Like, all right, I'll order from them because then at least I know the money's going towards somebody who needs it, not just another chain or something like that, like Arby's. Like they don't need my $10, $15. They'll get it from somebody.
Oh, dude, there's this one local place that's a couple local places open up nearby that are, I think one's Korean, one's Chinese, but they make buffalo wings, and it's a homemade sauce they use for the buffalo sauce. It's like a buffalo sauce with like their spices in it. So good, so delicious.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying those places don't make good food. Like Jersey Mike's does make good cheesesteak. But there's this place out here that I've ordered from before, and they're a local like sandwich place. And they make good cheesesteaks.
Wow, so
but then
no belt. Sorry.
I was gonna say, but then there's also a chain of sandwich places I've tried out here called Nordelli's, and they were good too. So, but generally speaking, I try to support local.
Yeah, like local chains are pretty good, usually pretty good too.
There's also something different about like the food and how it's made. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's actually made with care versus like just following a formula. Put this patty down, do this thing, follow this thing, add this seasoning. Like people are like back there trying to make your food at their local chains.
That is true, right? Yeah, that is true, Sonic. No, I think we're still at 12 because Shabbat doesn't have his either.
No, they ran out without their belts.
Yep. So we only saw Joe's Trio's belt, so we're at 12.
What's that in the ring, though? I don't know. Hangman Adam Page. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper.
See, it was all a dream. I thought that this guy during the Korean War asked me to hide a watch up my ass.
Up your ass?
Bring it to his son.
What? Young Bucks coming out here. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson.
Oh, I can't tell you how many times I've been the big brother, and then little cousin in that scenario.
Okay.
It didn't count. It was practice. No, give me the controller. Give me the basketball. Give me the young cucks, pal.
Oh, that guy that says Young Bucks manage better than Jerry Jones. That's funny. when the Young Bucks come out. And she's got the suitcase, but that's technically not the belt.
Yep. Yeah, for real, aren't they pushing 40 at this point?
They're the Bucks of youth. Which is probably why they're not really calling themselves, well, I mean, the announcer does, but they're just calling themselves Matthew and Nicholas Jackson.
Okay, so Matthew actually is 40, and Nicholas is 35.
Oh, wow. Nick's younger still.
Well, to be fair, in wrestling, like, for some reason, it seems like between 40 and 50, and in some cases, even a little over 50, that's where people seem to be hitting peaks and still being in great shape.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the Hardy Boys are seeing a resurgence in nostalgia in their characters in there, but their work in the ring is very, very limited. It's very character stuff, But based on everything they've done throughout their careers, like Matt will do, old Hardy Boy spots, but safe ones, and then do stuff that references his, broken Matt Hardy character in the same match.
Right.
And all in Texas, just 3 days. This Saturday, the new special start time of 3 p.m. Eastern. We cannot wait for you to join us either this Saturday in Arlington or live around the world on pay-per-view.
Like they even created a new double team called Twist Ending, where I think Matt hits a twist of fate and the guy bounces into a neck breaker from Jeff Hardy, and then Jeff hits a swanton 1, 2, 3.
Right.
That 0 hour proceeding all in Texas at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 Central. Special 2 hour 0 hour kicking off at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Going right at Matthew.
Chili's baby back ribs.
Remember, Page, a member of the elite alongside the Bucks, alongside Kenny Omega.
Whoop whoop, yeah, pal. Actually, what time does Evolution air?
In my opinion, one little flaw that Hangman has is he's got a temper, right? He's got a temper, and these men know how to exploit his temper. I mean, look, the Bucks know Hangman. They certainly do, and I'm sure they've shared all of those tips with John Moxley. Moxley perhaps hoping that Hangman touches himself here.
Okay, so I'll actually be working during that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yes, I'm kind of forced in a situation where I have to work that night. So we'll do I think a 1.5 times speed replay watch along crammed in with HMG After Dark Mallrats.
For sure. What are you gonna rewatch?
Evolution.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, be at 1.5 times speed.
That's on Sunday, you're saying?
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, it'll be a packed HMG After Dark, but at least we got the Mallrats to kind of relax too.
I gotta work this weekend like I normally do. Go back to work.
That kid is back on the escalator. Somebody call a paramedic. We got a kid caught on the escalator.
Classic movie.
To be fair, they telegraphed that pretty much the point where I was waiting for, okay, we're waiting for the kid to get caught in the escalator here.
Right. Oh, I'm on a commercial break right now.
Yes, sir. We are still at 12 currently.
So will we have an overrun today? That's a great question.
Probably a short one. At most 10 minutes.
Maybe.
Nicholas Jackson, catcher Will Ospreay on the way into the red, the jawbreaker followed by the leg lariat, Lieutenant made the Claudio Castagnoli.
What are you playing video games tonight?
Yes, sir. Actually, yesterday I downloaded NES games.
Okay.
And some new SNES ones as well.
Nice. What did you download? New NES games?
I got Goonies 2. Let me
Okay.
pull it up. So I got Goonies 2. I got 2 golf games: Darkwing Duck, Adventure Island, and Adventure Island 2.
Darkwing Duck's pretty good. Darkwing Duck.
Oh yeah, it's such a great game. Oh yeah, I know I'm gonna play some Star Wars again. Remember Super Star Wars: A New Hope?
For
Super Nintendo.
For Super
That
Nintendo.
That was such a great game.
Those games are hard.
My only problem is like I got to play it on a keyboard. I'm so used to playing it on the controller. It's rough.
I don't know about that, G3 Ball. I don't know about that. G Ball. Are you on commercial now too?
Now I think I got the picture in picture.
Oh, okay.
I got to use an emulator on the laptop, and emulators are on the laptop. And I got a controller, but the problem is I don't have enough USB ports to hook it into. Actually, you know what? I don't really need the mouse for when I do Twitch streams, so I can kind of replace the. I might be able to replace the mouse with that.
They are risking injury before the big match is coming up on Saturday. Shibata, you're 1,000,000% correct on that. I mean, that is a...
Yeah, I could get one. The problem is that right now I'm just like legitimately, and on a personal note, I'm legit like razor thin with finances right now because my car's been in the
shop.
Yeah, for like over 3 weeks. I have not been able to do any deliveries.
Damn.
Like I got lucky last week where work offered me overtime to work in the store. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll take it.
Right.
7. Okay, thank you. Yes, I think we'll do the replay. Yeah, we'll do the replay of Evolution and go right into Mallrats.
Laters, Todd. Have a good night.
Never got a chance to play that one, unfortunately. All right, have a good one, Todd. Always a pleasure. Whoop, whoop. Thanks, time for those smoky toky. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, so Brandon left to go smoke? Okay, I get it.
Oh, sorry, I turned the fan on. I'm good. What's up?
No, you're fine. I thought you you left to go smoke, and I was like, all right, well, Brandon left to go smoke.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm just I just want to turn the fan on. I got a window right here, so we're good.
No, you're fine. I've got reduced background noise on because I've got the air conditioner going.
Oh, nice, G-Ball. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I went bowling tonight, and I was like, do I keep the air conditioner on? I was like, yeah, you keep the fucking air conditioner on. Wanted to come back home to a nice, cool down apartment. Hangman Page is going down Saturday night, says Cruz. You think Mox keeps the title? I think they're going to finally take the title off Mox. Oh, snap.
I could see I forgot who it was who pitched this in this chat, but I could easily see this happening. Darby Allin makes his return during the Casino Gauntlet battle. Casino Gauntlet. He wins. Moxley goes over on Hangman. Darby Allin cashes in, goes over on Moxley the same night.
Well, can he cash in? You can cash it in whenever you want.
I think that's what it was, if I remember correctly.
Okay. That would be something.
I mean, plus you got that momentum from him climbing Mount Everest.
I guess. I mean, they haven't really showcased it a lot on here.
Yeah, that's a. How do you miss the? Yeah, that's the one big complaint I've had about AEW. How do you miss the boat of having somebody on your roster completing one of the greatest human achievements of all time, and you're not promoting that and pushing that?
Right? Or they're just sitting on the footage and they're not using it for whatever reason.
I mean, he planted the AEW flag at the top of Mount Everest. How are you not putting that over?
That's true. That is true. But I'm sure when he's ready to come back, he'll come back.
Okay, now you bring it up, Sonic. Yeah, on my laptop, I do have a touchpad, so I can actually, you know what? I could actually get by with removing the mouse and then using the controller. And then if I have to use a mouse, I can just put my finger on the touchpad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly,
go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, it really felt like the original plan with the Death Riders was it was supposed to be Shane McMahon being the mastermind, and that when that fell through, it's like, shit, what do we do? Just drag it out till we figure something else out.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think that Shane McMahon thing was just blown out of proportion. I think Tony Khan knew what he was doing when getting those pictures. Trying to make it look like Tony Khan is bigger than he is. But I don't actually see Shane McMahon. I didn't actually think it was ever real. You know? Like, I never bought the fact that it was like a real thing that Shane was going to join. If he does show up at All In, then I'm wrong.
Yeah, I do kind of agree with Russo's take where he said that the only involvement that if Shane would have gotten involved, it would have been as the man in charge, not,
Right.
you know, a partner or an employee.
Right.
Because Shane's forgotten more about the wrestling business than Tony Khan knows.
Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do it all the time. Okay, that's the jump button. Okay, remember that's the jump button. Hit it a few times. Remember that's the jump button. And then the other button's the shoot button. The other button's the crouch button.
What is she doing here? Oh, they're going to put bags on these guys' heads? Oh, yeah, I'm still ahead of you.
Oh, they're in the plastic bag thing again?
Yeah.
Did they not learn the lesson the first time? I guess not.
I guess not. But it's okay.
We've seen the Death Riders enforce some very unorthodox tactics and maybe on the bridge. Yeah, what if we put Young Bucks into the game? We need some security, we need some police, something like that.
All right, we got Swerve Strickland, pal.
Yeah.
Choose between hate and success, between peace and vengeance. And I was reminded they're one and the same. See, man, big, everything that we've been through this past year has been about control. It's always about control. Right now, I'm taking well, some of it. I'm gonna leave the rest for me and Will Ospreay this Saturday and all that. So pay attention, gentlemen.
He's gonna destroy their limo, isn't he? Yep. Yeah, this is actually something straight out of the Attitude Era right here. Although the execution could have been done a little bit better. I think somebody should have taught Swerve how to use one of those a little bit better. Like, why not lift it up and flip it over?
I don't know. Maybe because they were like, well, if we just destroy the top, we can pay to get it fixed. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, if I'm a billionaire, I'm like, here's a limo, go nuts and destroy it.
Right.
Like, I would say, like, remember that shit they did in the Attitude Era? Make
Yeah.
that look like Child's Play. Here's the money. Yeah, Ospreay does kind of seem like the odd man out in this. Yeah, I know. Frio, like, hey, yeah, let's dump some men into a Corvette. Okay. I mean, I get that, Sonic, but at the same time, though, how hard it'd be for Tony Khan to be like, hey, it's on me, don't worry about it. Yeah, that is interesting that the babyface is looking stronger in the go home, unless the heels go over strong on Collision. Okay, he did get under, but why didn't they actually show that happening? Yeah, it did look like a 90s limo. All right, that was a good line. I found the fathers. And give me the pump limo. Whoop, whoop.
So they have Collision tomorrow night.
Yep. I will say that was actually one of their. I thought that's one of their better go home shows. I thought they did a decent job of at least trying to sell you on their big matches for All In, and that's what they're focused on.
Yeah, I would say it kept my attention for the most part for an hour. The hour that I watched it. Ugh. You know how it be. You know how it be. All right, well, twitch.tv/LG Brandon, whoop whoop. Right? That's what it is?
Yep. In about, 10, 15 minutes. Whoop, whoop.
Nice. Get down on some gaming. Go support Brandon. Hang out with him in the chat. Don't drop some bits. Yeah. Go hang out with Brandon. Other than that, though, it wasn't a bad show.
I thought it was actually one of the better Dynamites they've had in a while.
Yeah. I would agree. Well, yeah, man. Anybody hanging out watching, we'll be back tomorrow morning for the Friday locker room. Recorded on Thursday. Should be around 8 a.m.-ish. Hopefully Ben gets up by then. You slept with Brandon last night. Oh, that was nice of you, Sonic. Pretty hot. It's pretty hot. Sometimes I fall asleep to stuff like that too, though, so I get it.
He's a good cuddler.
He's a good cuddler. Fell asleep listening to him. No, I get you. I sometimes will put on just bullshit in the background and fall asleep to. Put the sleep timer on, fall asleep to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Sonic? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, so check us out. Don't forget to check out all the other shows. Next Level reviews should be up here. I gotta post that actually. It's ready. It's already uploaded. I just gotta post it. Impact Attack, Wreckage, Monday Locker Room, Smack Attack. It's all there. I think the boys are gonna be doing some sort of post night of champions thing on the weekend. I don't think they're going to record Smack Attack this week. There's really no point in recording Smack Attack and then Night of Champions comes on. Because then it's just a prediction show. That's dumb. So I'm sure they'll be recording sometime after Night of Champions. So that being said, that's all I got for you, Brandon.
So yeah, tomorrow for us, we got the Impact watch along. On Friday, we got the SmackDown watch along. Bell counts on both, of course. And then after the Saturday night's main event watch along ends by about 10, 15 minutes, we'll be doing a replay watch along of All In. And then, of course, as mentioned earlier, we're doing a combination HMG After Dark, a 1.5 times speed replay watch along of Evolution, followed up with Mallrats. Whoop, whoop.
Sounds good.
All right, so that is it for us tonight. And we'll keep the party going, like like my girl boy MSG said, on twitch.tv/LG Brandon, whoop whoop. Doing some SNES, NES. We might throw some Sega Genesis in there too. Hope to see you there about 10, 15 minutes. Get yourself something to drink, get yourself something to eat, go to the bathroom, take a smoke break, whatever you need to do. And we'll catch you there. Whoop whoop. Take care, y'all.
Peace, y'all.